by Minnesota.
Miller with a nice find. And Rob Dillingham, an early bucket in transition, and that's dangerous for a guy like Rob. When he gets going early with an easy one, it doesn't take much to start a fire.
A.J. Griffin comes right back to tie it.
Rob has been a scorer his entire time. Katie knows a little more about that.
Yeah, but you know what I love most, guys, is when he was texting Mike Conley after he was drafted. Heck, we both know, all of us, that Minnesota's calling card is their defense, and if Rob Dillingham's going to make an impact, he's going to have to be able to get it done on both ends.
Absolutely, Katie. And when you consider that,
Add to the mix. Not coming through.
And Josh might not
Yeah, Shepard only one field goal attempt right now.
And you see switching out, not allowing him to get anything. Josh might not doing the job defensively.
Rips him. That was nice. Living at the rim so far. 8-0 run by the T-Wolves, and they lead at 12-4.
But that's always a call. When you're a bigger guy, I'm not going to call mine out a big because he's not a big. But a bigger guy, when you rip a guard and go down and dunk it, you get an extra point for that.
Tremendous bounce pass there by Reed Shepard.
He said the point guard position is so hard, especially for young rookies entering the league. But Shepard has made it look seamless. He's a high IQ guy, so his ability to see and think the game allows him to play with a calmness.
Basketball family. And it's really cool to see those family wishes and dreams come to fruition. And how about Dillingham there with that look to the baseline? You know, Knicks makes it a 19-11 game. Timberwolves just 8 of 20 from the floor. They've got an 8-point advantage because the Rockets are 4 for 12. Make that 5 for 13.
Even though he's playing fast, everything is under control.
Samuels dials one in on the assist from Reed Shepard.
It's almost difficult to watch any Villanova player, as Jermaine Samuels is, that's not with the Knicks. He may be the last piece from the national championship team that's not on the Knicks roster.
Yeah. From a very precarious vantage point.
You know, I made the mistake of running back. Where I was talking about before, you got to understand who you chase.
Yes.
I was
Tyrone Hill?
Oh, yeah.
At the buzzer. How about this first quarter by the Timberwolves? And into the quarter on an 8-0 run.
And these young men for the Timberwolves have gotten the message to get on the floor. You're going to have to defend. That is why the reason. And Naz Reid on Joker. That's when they were able to have success.
Dillingham.
Have a lot of depth on this roster now, especially bringing in a lot of young guys. But you get a lot of credit as well because I don't think as many people realize that when Chris Finch
and that type of thing, and all I tried to do was exactly what he had been doing, because at the end of the day, the talent, you just saw who they put up on there as far as our depth and all that. You can have 2 young guys that come in and should be able to contribute some minutes.
Nice dive to the basket there by Edwards. ESPN2 with the Trailblazers and the Hornets at 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific. Nice drive there by Williams. That young players have to deal with when they make the transition to the NBA is the consistency. Sure, you can do it for 2 games, 3 games. Can you do it for 6 or 7 games in a row? The great players can. Everyone has to learn how to do it.
Absolutely. Daishen Nix knocking down the 3. And we also have to mention this is the first game that Reed has had to play without last year's Summer League Most Valuable Player, Cam Whitmore, who was with him in those first 3 games, who gave him that security blanket.
More aggressive since then, because when he's a scoring threat, he says it opens up opportunities for his teammates.
Shepard knocks down a 2nd straight bucket from 3-point range. So obviously trying to adjust to a new role will take your toll on the game at certain points.
It absolutely will.
That's the struggle for right now for Rob Dillingham. Nix has been in his face the entire game. Shepard again, this time off the drive.
He loves his aggressiveness. He's one of those guys you can just throw out on the court and he just makes stuff happen. As does his teammate. And you know what?
Nice find.
And after the Rockets came back to tie the game, the T-Wolves come back with
that, end up maybe costing his team a championship that year. Draymond had a 30-piece in the finals against Bron and the Cavaliers in that series.
But for Draymond to play himself into that role for the Golden State Warriors, where he could be a guy that. Kalsher, contested and blocked by Reed Shepherd. Falls right into the hands. For time in the NBA, steals and blocks were not recorded as official stats.
Right.
You can make changes. The three-point line didn't exist. Did you go back and measure where guys were? No. Gillingham. It was risk-reward. The way the game has evolved now, anybody can make one.
Okay. My man Trevor Kill stepping up, knocking down.
Steph Curry, James Harden, everyone else who can shoot it.
Yep.
Well, good thing we're not running the league.
Very true. The league is in good hands right now with the people that are running it.
Adam
Shout
Silver
out to Adam.
and whom I'm blanking, Joe Mazzulla. It was a Celtics conversation, and Billy's like, yo, man, what are you doing?
Right.
You literally said, point difference.
But still a lot to be played for, especially for the young players on the floor.
Terrence Shannon Jr. Dillingham lets it fly. Look, shooters are going to shoot.
Short memory.
The Rockets come away with the bucket. Shepherd baseline pull up. Jumper so pure.
Absolutely, and I love